There are many different learning theories to be talked about, but today we will only be discussing three. The first learning theory is constructivism. Learning is an active and constructive process. Some key contributors include Vygotsky, Piaget, Dewey, and Bruner. Any new information learned is connected to prior knowledge, making mental representations subjective. It is important to keep in mind that any knowledge, learned or prior knowledge, can be taught in any different type of way to be considered constructivism. Every person interprets knowledge differently based on their prior experiences. The next learning theory is the cognitive load theory of multimedia learning. The key contributor here is John Sweller. There are two different types of memory: long-term memory and working memory. The schemas in long-term memory affect the manner in which information is synthesized in the working memory. The three types of cognitive loads are extraneous, which is generated by the manner in which information is presented to learners; intrinsic, which is the idea that all instruction has an inherent difficulty associated with it; and germane, which is dedicated to the processing, construction, and automation of schemas. The next theory we will be talking about is cognitive theory of multimedia learning. The key contributor here is Richard Mayer, and there are two separate channels that are associated with this learning theory, which are auditory and visual. You learn better through images and words is something that really resonates with this theory, and to keep in mind that text is not the same thing as words. It is actually worse for you to learn through text. Learning is an active process of filtering, selecting, and organizing, and integrating information. We can only process a finite amount of information in a certain period of time. The three things previously mentioned are the three main assumptions of the cognitive theory of multimedia learning. Next, we'll talk about the e-learning theory briefly. The e-learning theory has a lot of parts to it, and the contributors are Mayer, Sweller, and Moreno. Cognitive science is a key role in this, and this theory is a cognitive science principle that describes how electronic educational technology can be used and designed to promote. There are various principles within this theory that include, but are not limited to, modality, coherence, segmentation, and signaling. Overall, there are so many more different types of learning theories that you can go ahead and research on your own, but it's very important to note the past four that were mentioned.